The penultimate round of the season brought with it a record entry of 36 drivers who would take to the Mugello Circuit in Italy for round 9 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. As ever, the weekend would kick off with the first qualifying session on Saturday morning on a dry track after mixed conditions on Friday. Paul Aron of the Prema Power team used his successful experience at the circuit to take his first pole position of the season, setting a time of 1 minute 42.112 seconds, while his teammate Dino Begnovic was the best of the rookies in second, also getting his best result of the season. Qualifying on row 2 would be Valencia winner Michael Belov of G4 Racing and the Spaniard Mari Boya of Van Amersfoort Racing, who continued his impressive form from round 8. Well, the grid is set. The lights are now coming on. To the left of screen is Paul Aron. To the right of screen is Dino Begnovic. Who's going to make it down to turn 1 first? Let's find out as we are go here at Mugello, and Michael Belov immediately getting by Begnovic in the red and white there. So Belov in the black and white G4 car already up to turn 1, and to the right of screen he's now challenging Aron down towards turn number 1. Aron trying to get, oh no, contact. Begnovic has gone round. Colapinto off. Boyer off at turn 1 as well, and that's going to be an immediate safety car here at Mugello. 3 drivers off in the first corner, and Grégoire Saucy has got himself up into 3rd place as they make their way now down towards turns 5 and turns 4 and 5. And another car off in the background, it seems, as well. A huge cloud of dust as we saw someone else going off in the chicane. So 2 incidents early doors here in the 5 in the all-white there. There's Patrick Pasma diving down the inside of the 51 of Francesco Pizzi as they now come up towards Arrabbiata 1 and 2. Most of the drivers' favourite part of the circuit due to the sheer speed. Flat out, they are uphill through here. Maybe not on the first lap, as Andrea Rosso there in the blue 19 trying to go all the way around the outside, but he's going to go off into the gravel briefly, and the safety car flag is thrown. Well, Belov has got himself into the lead. Boyer is out of the race. What a shame. A great qualifying from the rookie, but he is out. Begnovic is out as well, and Colapinto is also out of this race, and many of them looking a little bit confused. How on earth did that happen? Well, we'll dissect it in just a second. Colapinto in the middle of the screen, Boyer to the left, Begnovic was to the right. With 3 cars to clear, this safety car is deployed and clearly determined to get the lead back. Aron is well prepared for the restart, doing a great job to get his tyres up to temperature. So were the drivers. Okay, what's Belov going to do? Is he going to go early? Is he going to go late? He's going to go early is the question. Okay, he gets his foot down into the final corner and the race is about to get underway, and that was well planned by Belov, but Aron got a good exit there. Now, has Aron got enough to go through? In the background, David Vidales with nothing to lose in this championship, behind someone who does have something to lose as we come up towards the first corner for the first time of the restart in the all-white ART. Gabriele Mini trying to have a go on Deligoanti, but Aron trying to go all the way around the outside of Belov. The 2 going side by side. Has Aron got enough to make the move? Yes, he does. Brilliant driving there, and in the background, Vidales takes 3rd away from Saucy. So the 2 Prema drivers making their way up the field. There's Gabriele Mini diving down the inside of Pietro Deligoanti, but on the exit, Deligoanti is going to draw alongside. Who's that in the background trying to draw alongside as well? It's Petikov trying to go down the inside of the pair of them, and Gianluca Petikov goes round the outside to make 2 places there. Petikov from 9th to 7th. Brilliant driving. Here comes Maloney diving down the inside of Havacourt as they now make their way through turn number 7. Maloney unable to make the move, and now Quinn trying to get down the inside of him in the Arden car, but Quinn's got to be careful because he's got an R race in front of him and 1 behind him as well as they come up to Arrabbiata 2. Here we look at the all predominantly blue car of Bortoletto as Belov takes a brief run through the gravel. Vidales, great move from him, and he's got himself a gap as well. It's down the lower order of the top 10 where we're seeing changes. Petikov up to 7th, though. It'll be interesting to see what he can do from there. Our reigning champion, who's been with us for the last couple of rounds, can Gianluca Petikov add to the several victories he took last year, get himself in the points for the first time this year, racing with the KIC motorsport team. With the race now back underway, battles begin to resume in the top 10 between Vidales and Saucy for 3rd and 4th, and Bortoletto and Alatalo for 5th and 6th. With 13 minutes to go, Yassin Ferrati of KIC Motorsport spins, while Aron and Belov are well ahead with almost 3 seconds in hand over Vidales and Saucy. A few minutes later, Anamidio Pesce of DR Formula and Nico Gola of KIC Motorsport crash into each other at turn 1, putting them out of the race and bringing out the safety car for the second time. It leads to a one-lap shootout at the end of the race, putting the pressure on Aron and giving Belov a chance to take back-to-back race wins. However, Aron is perfect at the restart, giving him enough of a gap down the long straight at Mugello, leaving no chances for Belov to overtake, which presents the opportunity for Vidales to attack the Russian, but with no success. An amazing overtake by Deligawanti at the first corner on Mini, and Petikov moves the Monolite Racing driver up to 7th position. Up ahead, Paul Aron wins his first race of the year after taking his first pole position, showing great speed and character in regaining the lead after losing it at the start. Second is the always fast Belov. Vidales takes another podium in 3rd, whilst 4th is a very good Alatalo who gets his form back. Next in 5th is the champion Saucy. 6th and the first of the rookies is Bortoletto. 7th is Deligawanti. 8th is Petikov. 9th Mini, and 10th Havercourt. Whilst Aron wins the race, ART celebrate with Grégoire Saucy becoming the first ever champion in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine, with 3 races to spare as he sits 88 points ahead of David, who recovered to 23rd after his first lap dramas.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize yet, but yeah, really happy. Thanks to everyone, to the team, to all my partners, to all my sponsors. Yeah, I am just happy. Yeah, it was an incredible season. Yeah, really tough. We win 8 times until yet, so it's a lot. But yeah, really happy about that. I think yeah, we was with the team, with more close with the team, with my engineer, with my mechanical, with the team manager. All the team was really close. So yeah, we work a lot during the winter and for the preparation of this season. And yeah, I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I think the level was quite high this year. Again, I'm really happy to be in front because I think it was a really good battle with all the drivers in the championship. So yeah, but he do like for me we just win this championship. For the next for the future season, it will be a really good thing for me to win this championship. It's the first championship that I win in my career. And we'll work a lot to win other championship. But just thank you to all my sponsors, especially Richard Mille, who support me this year a lot, and also the last few years. And now we'll just thank you very much, and I will work a lot for the next few years. I think for me, my best result is my first win in Imola. It was a big thing for me, and really happy about that. But after, for sure, there is a few moments like some perfect weekend, like in Barcelona and Zandvoort. For me, it was just I don't know how to explain, but great to finish some weekend like that.
Yeah, I made it difficult myself. The qualifying was good, we had good pace, and honestly the job we did was really good. I'm happy that the team has done a massive improvement during the year, and I think we deserve this win and this increase in pace. Yeah, in the race the start was good, but the slipstream effect is quite big here, so we were battling into T1 and I got a bit wide. It was just a mistake from my side, and I didn't want to give up. I did the best job I could on the tyres behind the safety car, which I think finally made the difference. In the restart, I had my tyres a bit more ready than him, maybe, and I was able to overtake him in turn 1. And after, it was just managing the gap and managing the tyres. So yeah, I'm happy for the job we did, and yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Well, for sure, we need to have a look on the stuff first and see what we can improve, but yeah, I think the job we did today was enough. It was good. We will for sure try to make a step for tomorrow, but I think the main thing is to keep the main things the same, and I think we still have the pace to be on pole again.
Yeah, the race was quite fun. I can say we were quite consistent with the pole, but yeah, he was a bit stronger. I can say on the restart that I lost my first place, and after that, and even he make more advantage of the second one. But yeah, we need to work for the restart on the safety car. And I think we have the pace here, so tomorrow we'll fight for the pole. Yeah, like on my first restart I didn't have enough front tires, that's why I created some understeer last corner. It was quite awful exit, I can say. Yeah, we will work, we will see, and keep pushing for tomorrow.
Well, it's difficult to say. I think, well, I have a good reference because my teammates were quite fast in quali, so you know I more or less know the places where I have to improve. And then maybe one slipstream on the quali will help, because today I was quite along. So you know, those small things that sum up can maybe make a difference, because we are all quite close. And then we saw today in the race that even if you don't start in the front and you do a good start and a good race, you have still some chances and opportunities. So we'll see tomorrow. Yeah, of course. Well, it's a high-speed corner, high-speed track, so it's difficult to follow on sector 2 mainly. But then with the long corners and some banking, you know, there are different lines, so you can play with that also. And with the long straight in the restarts of the safety car, which there are quite a lot in this track, you always have some opportunities.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my result. I started P10 this time. I could gain some positions at the start. Yeah, I'm happy. The car was amazing. Everything was good. I think tomorrow we can do a good job in race 2 and try a real podium. With top 3, I don't know, something like this. Yeah, but that's how I'm happy. The team works really hard to put me where I am, and I'm also improving race by race, as you said, and yeah, I'm really happy about that.
On a dry but cold morning in Tuscany, the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine drivers face a tricky test in the second qualifying practice session, having to spend lots of time to warm up their tyres before good lap times start to come in. Suddenly, Dino Beganovic of the Prema Power Team sets a good lap with a 1 minute 42 second time, and that gets the session underway as times come in thick and fast. Among them is rookie Pietro Deligoanti from Monolight Racing, the newly crowned champion Grégoire Saucy of ART Grand Prix, and finally Paul Aron of the Prema Power Team, who manages to keep the lead until the red flag comes out 2.5 minutes before the end of the session after a spin for Yasin Ferrati of KIC Motorsport. This confirms Aron in pole position once again, closely followed by the champion Saucy, who is just 0.08 of a second behind. Then third, and the lead rookie, is Beganovic, who has been showing his true talents at Mugello with the car clearly hooked up. Fourth is Franco Colapinto from MP Motorsport, who continues his great form in the last part of the season. Fifth is Michael Belov from G4 Racing, who was left slightly disappointed with his result after finishing second in race 1. Sixth is a very good Kaz Havercourt from MP Motorsport, who seems to be gaining in confidence as the season goes on, putting 2 MP cars in the top 10. Seventh is Deligoanti, who is enjoying a really strong home race. Eighth is Hadrian David, the fastest of the RHGP drivers, with the team clearly struggling this weekend. Ninth is Murray Boyer from Van Amersfoort Racing, who was given a penalty after the first corner incident in race 1. And rounding out the top 10 is Gabriel Bortoletto of FA Racing, who is another driver to hit some impressive form since the summer break. I'm watching on nervously. The driver's nerves are building because the lights are starting to come on here at Mugello. To the left of screen is Aaron, to the right of screen is Saucy. We are go in Mugello, and a good start there from Saucy. A very good start from Michael Belov to the far left of screen. From 5th, he's already up to 3rd place and could be challenging for the lead here as we make our way down towards turn number 1. Saucy trying to go around the outside of Aaron. Here comes Colapinto in the origin blue, trying to go all the way around the outside and into 3rd place. It looks like Aaron has just hold on to the lead as we come in towards the chicane. Beganovic up to 2nd. It's a Prema 1-2 as we make our way down towards turn number 4 for the first time. A couple of the drivers finding the gravel. One of the Arden drivers, I think that was William Alatalo, off into the gravel briefly. There's Ido Cohen in the black JD Motorsport colours, making his way up the inside of Andrea Rosso. Zane Maloney was the driver on the gravel in the white and black RAce GP as we now come downhill through 7 and into 8, but a role reverse start for Beganovic. A disaster yesterday, an absolutely brilliant start today. He's gone from 3rd to 2nd on the first lap as Tommy Smith in the all red there goes around the outside of Nicola Marinangeli. Behind the first 4 are Colapinto, Havercourt, Deligoanti, Bortoletto, David and Petikov. A few laps in, Bortoletto makes a perfect overtake on Deligoanti, who seems to be struggling for pace in the early phases of the race. Down towards turn number 1 in the background there, that's Bortoletto and Deligoanti going side by side. Bortoletto trying to go all the way around the outside, and he's done it. Great driving in the blue FA racing car there from Bortoletto, but Deligoanti fights back at the next corner. The pair side by side as we come out of turn 5 and now down towards turn number 6, and Bortoletto has made the place. So change for 7th on lap number 2. Bortoletto ahead of Deligoanti, the 2 rookies swapping places here as we now come down towards turn number 6. This for the 2nd time. There is David in the silver and white trying to get himself up the order. He's in a fight for 2nd in the championship. Behind, another great battle is taking place between Mini and Maloney, with the latter trying to take 13th position. A few more laps later, and David drops Deligoanti further down the field with a move for 8th place as the Italian continues to struggle. At the front, Aaron continues to lead from his teammate Beganovic, who keeps him honest whilst also building a gap over Saucy and Belov behind. With just under 20 minutes to go, Belov makes his first attack on Saucy at turn 1, but to no avail. Now right on the ART driver's rear wing, Belov picks up big understeer through turn 3, which forces him to run wide and onto the gravel. The G4 driver does well to control his car, but loses lots of time in the process. Behind, Deligoanti makes a similar mistake through turn 5 and runs onto the gravel, with Petikov following him off the road, all allowing Alex Quinn of Arden Motorsport in 11th position to get closer. A couple of minutes later, David makes a move on Bortoletto around the outside at turn 1 to take 7th position. Further back, Eduardo Barrichello of JD Motorsport also makes a place at turn 1, this time going down the inside of Emilio Pescia of DR Formula to take 26th place on his debut at Mugello. Outside of the top 10, Mini continues to fall down the order and now in 16th place finds himself with pressure from behind, with David Vidales of Prema Power Team, William Alatalo from Arden Motorsport, Francesco Pizzi of Van Amersfoort Racing and Andrea Rosso of FA Racing all queuing up. Eventually Vidales gets through with a great move, whilst Mini is later forced to retire from the race with damage to his car. 10 minutes after his off-track excursion, Belov is now back behind Saucy, but makes another mistake, this time going wide at turn 5 and briefly onto the gravel. Having closely followed the Swiss driver for a number of laps, the Russian is clearly struggling with big understeer due to tyre wear and the turbulence coming from the car ahead. With just a few minutes to go, Ido Cohen of JD Motorsport goes off the track after contact with Zane Maloney, forcing the safety car to come out for the first time in the race. With a 2-lap shootout to end the race, as the safety car comes in, Aaron once again makes a perfect restart and maintains a good lead on the run down to turn 1. Behind, Beganovic also does well to keep himself out of trouble down the straight, but Saucy, having had a bad restart, is attacked by Belov, while David manages to move up to 6th place. behind Alatalo goes off through turn 4, putting him into the barriers and bringing out the yellow flags. A lap later, and after a great exit from the final corner, Belov overtakes Saucy around the outside through turn 1, but moments later the red flags are brought out after a crash for Yassin Ferrati coming out of the final corner. This puts an immediate stop to the race, with the results being put back a lap, leaving Saucy in 3rd and Belov in 4th. That means Aron is confirmed as the winner of race 2, rounding out a perfect weekend at Mugello with 2 pole positions and 2 wins. Beganovic takes his first podium of the season with 2nd place, while Saucy is 3rd, Belov 4th, Colapinto 5th, David 6th, Havercourt 7th, Bortoletto 8th, Deligoanti 9th and Petakov 10th.
Yeah, I would say it was a really good weekend. We had the pace from the testing. We managed to be the quickest in the last 3 practice and all the qualifyings and won all the races. So like you said, it's a perfect weekend. I think the team has done a good job. I have done a good job. I've worked on myself a lot because I know I don't deserve to be anywhere other than first. So I'm really happy, and now is my time. Honestly, I love the track for sure, but it's not the track that's given me this success. It's the team and I. We have done amazing work, and I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do it on any other track. So we will carry this work onto Monza. We will do another step, and we will probably end up in the same place.
Yes, finally got the first podium of this year. Feels amazing, honestly. It was a really long race, having the champion behind me. But we managed it good. We had the pace, and I was confident in the car and the team performance. So yeah, it was a enjoyable race, let's say. Obviously, we have made so big improvements from the beginning of the season, and I can't thank the team enough for that. After this result, I'm coming in to the last round very confident. Even though we could have done a really good result yesterday, luck wasn't on our side, but I think for Monza, I'm really confident coming into that round.
First of all, my qualifying this morning was really good. Really happy about that. We had the pace to battle for the pole after there is a red flag. But P2 I'm really happy about that. Now in the race, I did a good start compared to Paul. Yes, I tried something in T1, but after someone, I think Beganovic overtook me outside of T2. So yeah, it was the risk. If I tried something to Paul, for sure something will happen behind me. So yeah, it's like that. After I struggled a bit at the end, but I keep my position from Belov. But yeah, after he was faster than me, we didn't have the perfect pace in the race. So now we need to work for Monza. But yeah, still happy with P3. Yeah. For sure, more relaxed, I don't know. Because when you do a race weekend, you still, every time you will have a small stress. It's a good stress, but you need to have it to be fast. And I think, we will see in Monza, but for sure, to have the title, don't think about to be safe with some driver in the race.
The title may be decided, but the battle for second is still wide open, with 50 points up for grabs at the season finale in Monza on the 30th and 31st of October. Still in contention to become vice-champion are Aron, David, Meloni, Colapinto and Hajar, who are all split by just 48 points. The rookie trophy sees Hajar in front of Mini by just 11 points, while in the team standings, ART Grand Prix and RACE-GP are split by just 1 point, with the Prema Power team also still in contention for the title. So there is still plenty to be decided at Monza, and 2 races which will provide perhaps the best racing we have seen all season. You do not want to miss it. We will see you there.